December, and you know what that means? Aquaman feature film.
Aquaman is a long-standing DC character with a huge history that dates all the way back to the Golden Age. He's one of the only superheroes to continuously be published between the Golden and Silver Ages. He's a founding member of the Justice League, and he was the first DC character who wasn't Superman to have his own cartoon series. He was never the goofy, useless character a lot of fans seem to imagine him as. Fish are like human beings. They can fall sick, become injured, or need an operation. Every fish in the ocean now has a place where it can get medical care.
To be fair, though, the Batman and Superman stories for that time period were just as stupid.
One of the chief criticisms, of course, is that his power is to talk to fish, ha ha ha. But he doesn't just talk to fish, he commands the inhabitants of the ocean, all of them. Not just flounder, but this thing, and this thing, and this, and this. And the oceans of the DCU are full of things that would make a giant squid ink its pants. Beyond that, he has phenomenal superhuman strength, he can swim the circumference of the earth in a single go, and sometimes he has a hook for a hand, which is always awesome. More often, though, he's criticized for being limited. His usefulness only extends to the shoreline, and he's outclassed on land by most of his peers, but, even if that was true, so what?
When Aquaman was created, though, the seas were seen as an unconquered frontier, an exotic landscape like the jungles or the Antarctic or outer space.
There were untold imaginative tales that could be told at sea, and the Golden Age was full of heroes who felt its call. Marvel's very first comic featured the Submariner, a half-human prince of an undersea kingdom that wouldn't be named Atlantis until the 60s. Although he and Aquaman are often seen as Marvel DC counterparts of one another, they were actually very different takes, especially in these early days. Aquaman was very much a hero, while Namor, especially at the beginning, detested the surface world and attacked it frequently. He was violent and only allied himself with the likes of the Human Torch and Captain America when he decided the Nazis were the greater threat. Unsatisfied with Namor alone, Marvel also gave us the Finn, and other submarine stars would follow. Chesler Comics gave us Aquaman lookalike Barry Cuda, while Fox Features had Sub Sanders and Navy Jones. And not being able to breathe water didn't stop heroes from donning diving gear or building submarines to combat the terrors of the depths. Characters like Deep Sea Dawson, the Red Torpedo, or Kinks Mason were quick to swim into the unknown and battle everything from crab people to evil fishmen to monstrous terrors from the bottom of the sea. There was adventure to be had above the waves as well. Seafaring was a common theme throughout the Golden Age, with sailors like Lance O'Casey, Tugboat Tessie, Captain Storms, and Captain Grimm.
Yeah, but I think I'm missing somebody, though. Now let me think. An important sailor from comics.
Well, hey there, are you a sailor?
Did you think I was a cowboy?
A lot of undersea tales also took their cue from John Carter, presenting us with a fanciful kingdom ruled by a beautiful queen, such as Mia of Myrmia or Lentida of Atlantis, and in the case of Harvey's Neptina, a ruthless queen, although she would eventually fall for our surface-born hero Lieutenant Brad Fletcher, already in love with surface girl Norma. Neptina's woman captive has also escaped. The queen is in a rage. How glorious to breathe the precious air again. But Neptina plots revenge. So fascinating was the sea to Golden Age creators that even in comics that weren't about the ocean, undersea covers are prevalent, and many Golden Age collectors seek out subaquatic cover art. And even as the Golden Age was taking its last gasp, Marvel was presenting us with Namora, the Submariner's cousin, in her very own title. The fascination didn't end in the Golden Age either. DC's Silver Age was full of watery features, from Dane Dorrance and his Sea Devils to the mysterious beauty Dolphin, and Tower Comics gave us Undersea Agent. And Marvel's Silver Age revival of the Submariner had him all over the Marvel Universe, as an enemy of the Avengers, an ally of Doctor Doom, and eventually a hero once more, albeit a hard-to-get-along-with hero. And Aquaman gave up his hospital of fish for some of the most important developments in his history. In quick succession, his rule of Atlantis, his meeting of Mera and Aqualad, and his first significant villains in the form of Black Manta and Aquaman's own brother, the Ocean Master.
So this is how it ends, Aquaman. Face to face, and you speared like a helpless fish. Take a last look at life. Tear me to bits. That is a joke to make a shark laugh. Aquaman fears me, for the Ocean Master is also his master.
Well, it looks like Mana and his gang got away. So it seems, Aqualad, but we'll go after them as soon as I check in on Arthur Jr.?
Don't tell me Aquaman is a stupid character.
I mean, there have been good runs and there have been bad runs, but that's true of every character with any history behind them.
And sure, he may have started out as a back-of-the-book feature in More Fun Comics, but despite a ton of imitators, detractors, and undersea wannabes, he's been king of the seven seas for over 75 years, and that is Aquaman's Golden Age influence.
I hereby crown you Queen Maureen of Atlantis, to rule so long as you shall live.
Wow!